Hey crafters, it's Leo with Dreaming Tree, and today we're putting together something that's just as fun to give as it is to make. A festive funds holder that opens up like a little Christmas surprise. With its elegant holly swirls, classic Merry Christmas sentiment, and 3 handy pockets, it's perfect for slipping in some holiday cheer, whether that's cash, a gift card, or a handwritten note. And there's also a file for bonus pockets if you want to add more money. So let's dive in and craft a keepsake they'll remember long after the gift is gone. Okay, so, well, this is definitely one of those gifts for someone that is ungiftable, if you're given cash or a gift card. So let me show you real quick here. Now this piece, you can see there's a bunch of slits in here. The outer slits are for cash. These inner slits are for gift cards. And when you put the cash in there, it'll cover these up. If you put a gift card here, it won't cover these up. You could technically, if you wanted to, contour these out or ungroup and get rid of them. I don't really think it's going to make or break anything if you leave them. It still looks fine. So the idea is this gets glued inside, and then this folds in, and then this folds up like so. Now, in your extras folder is another piece like this, but it has a tab. And that tab just gets glued behind this one if you want to continue and make this even longer. Okay, but whether it's 3 sections or 6, we're going to flip this around, and you want to focus your glue just around the perimeter. You want to avoid the little slits around the outside. Otherwise, you may not be able to get the cash in there. Okay, you can throw some glue here. Just avoid the slits. Okay, I want the slits to be free-flowing, and this is going to get glued right in here. You want to make sure that it's centered, nice even border all the way around. You can fold this in if it helps you kind of ensure that you've got it lined up correctly. And just press that in. Okay. And again, once everything's all said and done, we're actually going to close this up using a little Velcro dot. Okay, and I'll show you how that works here in just a moment. Let's just make sure that that is in there nicely. And there you go. Okay, so these should still be accessible. And that's that. All right, let's take a look at the main part of this. It's not that big of a project. Just has some, I guess you could say, smaller pieces, but it'll go together pretty quick. So what you do here is begin on the larger areas. We're going to leave the tiny little filigree areas that are loose alone for now, and then just try to get a little bit of glue around that perimeter. Just go nice and thin. Nice and easy. And here is, now on this piece here, there's a letter T. T for top. Just make sure that you have the T right side up. That is going to just ensure that we have our little markers in the correct place for when we put our caption down. Okay, so do your best to line that up as accurately as you can. Don't worry about the loose little pieces of filigree. We're going to get those adhered here in just a second by using a scrap piece of paper, actually. So you can take your scrap, throw a little bit of glue right on the very edge of it. And for these tiny little areas that we didn't hit with glue, I'm just going to dab a little tiny bit of glue and press that down. Then we're just going to go around and hit any little section that just didn't get glue, rather than making a huge mess. I'm just going to be very methodical about this. And get everything in place nice and easy. Here we go. Just like that. Just paint a little bit of glue under there. There's a little area here that didn't get any glue. One over here. There we go. Okay. I'm going to reapply because I know I'm going to make this real thin. Just make it real thin. And then just go over, make sure all these little areas are nice and glued down. And there's that. Okay, now this is going to go right on the front. So we'll have a nice even border all the way around on the front. Make sure that T is right side up. We can apply our glue to this whole thing. Now this does not come with an envelope because it kind of is an envelope. I have a feeling we may get some emails from people asking, where's the envelope? No, there's not one because it kind of is one. To me, it seemed kind of redundant, so we opted not to do that. All right, so glue that on there. Nice red even border all the way around. Perfect. Press that down. This should match up perfectly here, and it does. Okay. Now, one thing we can do just to kind of keep this thing closed and easier to work on, we can grab our little, this is a little Velcro dot, and the diameter of it is a little bit wider than that little holly leaf. So what I'm going to do, and you can do this yourself too, is just cut it in half. You can literally just take some scissors and cut it in half. Take the backing off of one side. Okay. And I'm going to place it right on this center piece of holly. Then peel the other backing off. Sometimes it helps to maybe get an X-Acto or a little tool to keep the Velcro part down while you lift up the backing. Okay, and I can tell that. There we go. And then let's just match that up with the little holly that's on there as accurately as you can and press it down. Give it a nice snug press. And now have a listen. There we go. Okay, so that's what's going to keep it closed for you. And we can go ahead and close this up for now. Just line that up. And what we're going to do, all that's really left to do at this point is build our little holly leaf accents. And I think that I want to count 6, I think. You're going to take these green layers and glue them down. We're going to match up where the berries are going to end up. And then you should have a white, even white border around the leaves, like so. Just like that. And then we have these berries, and we have a little white border for the berries. And here's a great way to apply the glue. I know this is one of those we're doing surgery sort of moments, but it's pretty straightforward. What I did was I just took this on a scrap piece of paper and I just put a little bit of glue on there, literally put the whole thing on there so that we can apply glue like that, and then matched it up with the top of this and pressed it in place. That way we're not trying to put giant globs of glue on such a dainty little piece, and you can flip it over, press it down, and there you have it. Okay, and then we'll just flip this around, apply our glue to the back of the berries. A little too much on there. And you can see the shadow impression of the 2 berries towards the base of this thing. Just going to glue those right on there. We're going to create one of these. Beautiful. Okay, and you're going to make 6 of those. Okay, so go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera since it's kind of redundant. Actually, I already did the berries. So I just have to do these. But same process applies for the rest of this. You know, it's a nice little detail. This is most, if not all of the work that you'll have to do. Since the card base is super simple, this is the bulk of it, I guess you could say. And then, of course, we have our little caption, and you can see how quickly this will go. I think the most tedious part is going to be creating those little berries, but if you just kind of follow my little trick that I just had there, where you put some glue on a scrap piece of paper and just kind of dip the little outlines in there, it should go pretty smooth. Just make sure you add a nice, beautiful, even border all the way around. And before you know it, you'll be done. We're just going to glue these onto the little shadow areas of the main part of the card. And that's pretty much it. It should go together super quick. So again, you'll have the ability to mix and match. It could be all cash. It could be all gift cards. It could be a combination of both. It comes with 3 And if you want more, it's, again, the file is in your extras folder. It's essentially 3 more sections with a little tab that gets glued to the existing 3 layers. And you could make it even, you could go 9 layers if you want. You're probably a good grandma or aunt if you're doing 9 layers. I guess it depends, how you break up the bill denominations. I mean, if you're given hundreds, I want to be your grandson or your son. Send me some money. I'm just kidding. All right. And the last one. Again, pretty easy. And they look so nice. The white border on the green. We were going to do a glitter for the holly on here, but the problem is that we have the little veins in here, those little single line cuts, and you just don't see them in glitter. They weren't very pronounced, and I felt like it kind of took away from the aesthetic, so I went with a cardstock instead. I'm glad I did. It turned out really nice. This dark green on the white, and then this is like a faux POW glitter. It's the Encore version of POW glitter, I think. Pretty sure. And I've got a cat who's ready for dinner. I'm going to take him inside. There we go. That's nice. And a couple more. And then we have a caption. It's actually it's one that we cut. Try to avoid print and cut as much as possible. I think by now most of you have printers. Most of you do print and cut. But whenever possible, I like to have the dimension. And I like to do the print, or just the cuttable part of it. Kind of just keeps things flowing, keeps the assembly line a little more uniform, I guess you could say. All right, so you can see the impressions of the shadow layers here. Now, I would maybe suggest using foam squares on these, but they're so small that I don't know that it's worth the effort. But you just want to line these up with the little shadow element there. Okay, you can see how awesome that looks. And we'll just go around the horn here, completing that all the way around. And then, of course, we have one at the bottom that's going to go on the actual little closure mechanism. There we go. Very classy. Not difficult at all. I think this was actually a request that we had from somebody. They said they saw something like it. Yeah, that's cool. It's not exactly how we found it. Kind of made it our own. And of course, instead of just some random graphic that was probably AI generated, you have some beautiful dimensional paper. And you can say, oh, well, so this is handmade. We need to keep that going strong because in a way we're kind of fighting AI. Yep. Just using some dots here. You don't need to get every little inch of this covered with glue. Just enough to make sure it stays. And that looks good. Look at that. Beautiful. That works nicely. Let's take a look at our caption. Okay, so with this here, I'm going to start with the white layer. Then we have a gold layer, the solid white layer, I should say. We're going to glue the gold layer on top of that. And you'll notice that there's some strategic cutouts there. That will all make sense in a minute. If you've made tons of projects with us, you already know where this is going. If this is your first time, you're probably like, what? And what is going on here? But you'll see. It all will come together. Just go ahead and work that perimeter mostly. All right, take your gold. Hold on, buddy. We're going to go inside in a minute. and line that up as accurately as you can. Should fit perfectly, nice and snug. And press that down. Beautiful. All right, and then finally we have this piece, and there's a lot going on here. Hold on, buddy. Do your best to get glue on as much of this as you can, but you don't have to worry about if you have any little areas that maybe you didn't get glue on. We can always use our little painting method to kind of clean things up. I'm just doing super tiny dots all the way around this. You have those thin little areas that kind of go inward where the, where they kind of define the letters. And if you don't happen to cover them all initially, it's okay. We can always go in and kind of paint. And don't squeeze on this too much. We want the paper to kind of fill out because it has a tendency to kind of come in a little bit. And we want to make sure that the top and bottom and the sides are spread out as much as possible, because you could technically take this bottom and push it up. There's enough give. We just want to make sure it's nice and flush all the way around. Okay, there we go. Press that down. Beautiful. That looks awesome. Okay, and yeah, there's not really any mistakes there. If for whatever reason, like this little white piece inside of the R's, if you didn't get enough glue on there, you can just throw a little bit on there, nice and thin, and just pop it right under there. Let me see if I can demonstrate maybe here. Yeah, get under there a little bit. Press that down. Any of those stray areas that you may have missed, you can just paint a little bit of glue, but I think I got it. I nailed it, so I'm not worried about it. And then you have a series of little markers, especially the one right here. It's like an upside down V, and that is where that little guy is going to go. And it's just to help you get it centered. And you can either glue that down flat, or you can use some foam squares to add some dimension to it. Let me see here. If I lift this up a little bit, how does that look? It looks kind of nice, actually. I am going to put some foam squares on this. Okay, we'll start on the outside, and then go to the middle, and then find the halfway point between those two. I think a total of 5 is perfect. It's a good way to kind of evenly space out your foam squares. And then again, use that little upside down V to get that center. There's another marker on this side here that wraps around this little edge here, and there it is. And that is beautiful. Look at that. Okay, lift that up, open it up. It should pop out like that. You have your cash and your gift cards in there. Close it up, and voila. So that's going to do it. That's going to do it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please take a moment, hit that subscribe button on our YouTube channel. If you're looking for this content, or any of our content for that matter, you'll find us exclusively over at Creative Fabrica, where you can purchase our files individually or gain access to all of our content, past, present, and future, for $47, which gives you an all-access membership over at Creative Fabrica. So that includes our stuff as well as millions of other assets, including fonts, graphics, and all sorts of good stuff. So definitely check us out there. But that's going to do it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, I look forward to crafting with you again.